Well, it's here. We open tomorrow night, and excited about our team and our season. Not sure we're quite ready, but doesn't matter. It's not going to wait on us, so we got to be ready. So we'll have a good workout today, getting ready for a veteran team coming in, a well-coached team in Southeast Missouri, and they're going to be a great test for us. They're really athletic. They're going to press us some and try to do some things to us defensively and dictate what we can do on offense. And so I think it'll be should be a heck of a game. Know their head coach and just have a lot of respect for them. And so we better be ready to play tomorrow night. But we're really excited about it and ready to get it going.
Questions?
Jordan, Coach mentioned he didn't think y'all were quite ready. The other day he mentioned specifically maybe on the defensive side of the ball. What have you seen that you guys need to clean up in that regard before you really start hitting the schedule hard?
Really just with helping the helper. A lot of times we have people not really being aware of the help side defense, and I guess that's the biggest part of our defense that we need to fix. And on-ball defense as well, just keeping our man in front of them.
Coach, the other night we saw what Anriel can do. We obviously know what T can do. I feel like a big part of the season is going to be, role players, if you will, and who's going to help them. How big are the two girls sitting up here with you going to be playing into that?
Yeah, absolutely. These two are certainly not role players in my mind. They've got to show up every night and do their job. And, both of them have been to the wars. They know what this level, and when I say this level, I'm talking about living in the top 10 is all about. They know that people are coming after us. They've been a part of our success in the past, and they got to play, and they got to be really, they got to play well. Joe's a senior. I don't know how many of these you got left, but you better not take any of them for granted. You better cherish every day, every game, and compete like it's your last opportunity, because pretty soon it will be. And she's obviously helped us last year. I think she played in 31 games and was a big part of our success a year ago. And I need her to be really consistent for us. Chloe, again, played in just about every game, if not every game last year, and had some big games where she stepped up and was really a big difference. Tori was in foul trouble at LSU. It's the only game she didn't score in double figures all year long, and Chloe had to come in and play like 25 minutes and was a big factor in that game. And so obviously her role becomes a whole lot more important this year. She's one of our better shooters. And so, I was down there on the elliptical getting my workout today and she was down there getting shots up, which was good to see, putting in time on her own. And so, both these kids have got to play, and they got to play well because they have been to the wars. They do know what it's all about.
Chloe, a lot of three-point shooters walked out the door and graduated last year. How much have you worked on that area of your game in the offseason?
Yeah, as you said, we did have 4 great three-point shooters leave the team. So, and Coach Schaefer's really put an emphasis on making shots this year. So, I really just tried to get in the gym over the summer and really improve that aspect of my game, because it is important. We've got Anriel and T down there, and they're massive on the boards and everything. So, we need to be able to kick that ball out and hit a three when need be.
Do you necessarily feel like you have a green light, or do you necessarily feel like you're more comfortable shooting? Because I watched the exhibition and it seemed like you were just catching and shooting really effortlessly.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm open, I'm going to shoot the ball. If I'm making shots, I need to shoot it. But then also, I need to be consistent in making those shots. And obviously, if not, we got T down there, and outside is a 40%, and once you get it into Tierra, that's 70, nearly 80%, and those odds are a little bit better, I'd say, with her down there. But yeah, definitely, if I'm open, I'm going to shoot that.
Coach, does she necessarily have a green light per se, or do you just want her to be aggressive in looking for
No doubt. I mean, both these kids do. You know, I trust them both to make good decisions, and they got to make shots. I mean, I thought Chloe's had a couple of really good in our exhibition and in our closed door scrimmage. She's made some shots for us, and so she's got to make shots for us. There's no doubt. I think Chloe's, you know, more than just a 3-point shooter, and I think she's able to do a lot for us in the mid-range as well. I'd like to use her more on the block even some, because I think she can do some things down there. Jo, as I've said many times, can get to her spot as good as anybody I've ever coached in 34 years. And it's just a matter of her getting consistent and being able to finish there. But, man, I don't care what kind of defense you're playing. If she gets a crack, you know, a crease, boy, she can really get to her spot. So, and that's important for us. I thought Jo really created some things for Jessica the other night in the exhibition game, and put her in a good spot to where she could finish some.
Jordan, if some of the other experienced players were to get in foul trouble, or if they got taken out of the game for whatever reason, how confident are you that you could step in and be the go-to player to win a game if you were called upon?
I think I'm pretty confident to just go out there and do my job, like Coach said. I'm also confident in our other players to step up, like some of our younger players to be able to step up as well if we had people get in foul trouble. Like, I think together as a team that we'll be able to get it done.
Jordan, how much did you take away from that experience in the Final Four? You had a really big game, and you were counted on to come up big down the stretch in those games. How much did you take away from that as far as getting your confidence back and be able to knock down shots, as Coach said, getting to your spots and things like that?
It was a great feeling. It did help me with my confidence a little, just from being out from transferring and stuff and actually getting back to my style of play. So it helps me for this year to know that I can do it at this level.
The obligatory question about contract promise. Any updates?
No updates.
Still kind of uncertain as to if and when.
All I can tell you is I'll tell you when I know. Trust me, I'll shout it from the mountaintop if it's good news, but I have nothing new.
Fingers crossed.
Number 6 preseason AP, number 6 ESPN was released this morning. Counter that by, you've said several times, a long way to go.
Yeah.
I don't know if I put enough O's in there, but what does that attribute to, given the fact that the coach says we've got a long way to go?
Yeah, I think there's a respect factor with our returning players, as well as it says a lot about our recruiting class. And so, I think, really it's just something for you guys to kind of look at, talk about, or whatever. We got to go live it now. And when I say live it, we got to live it every day. I've posed the question to them, are we working out like the number 6 team in the country? I mean, when I look at that, I go, well, that's great, but I want to finish number 1. I finished 2 years in a row. I want to make sure that when there's 3 seconds left in the last game, we can get us through that. And so I think you get through that starting in September and October when you're conditioning on the track, 6 a.m., and then practice this time of year. I mean, I just feel like it's, that's my goal. That's where my heart is. That's where my mind is. I'm highly motivated to get these kids there. I'm highly motivated to get my seniors there again, and I want them to be highly motivated. Again, we have, we've got some seniors. We've got no junior class. We got Chloe in the sophomore class. She's the only one that's played any meaningful minutes. Bree and Naya are our others in there, and then you got all our freshmen, including Maya. And so we're old and young. We can do this, but we can't do hardly any of this. And so it's those young kids got to get ready to play, and they got to play right now. Bottom line, they provide us some really valuable depth.
Goes along the lines of rankings. You've been ranked for some time now in the women's program. then joined you this year. Football's getting in and out. They're back in right now. How fun is it to be on this campus right now with all this going on?
Well, you know, this is, if it's not the best time it's ever been at Mississippi State, you know, I'm not sure when it has been, but this is a great time here. This is a very competitive university. You got a bunch of really competitive coaches here that are highly driven, and I think that shows in all of our teams and how competitive they are and where they're ranked. I mean, we got numerous teams ranked in the top 10, top 20, and I think that speaks volumes for you know, again, our coaches and not just head coach. I'm talking about all our coaches on campus and their drive and their motivation to be the best they can be. And then again, I think it speaks well for our campus. It's a beautiful place. People come here and realize this is just it's absolutely a beautiful, beautiful campus full of beautiful people. And so it's a great time to be at State. I've heard some of our old timers, you know, the old salts say that many, many times. They've never seen it, you know, better. And, you know, I just think we'll continue to get better and better. I think we all feed off each other, to be honest with you. So, you know, it's I'm proud to be here, you know, and I'm motivated to keep my team up there with those other teams, you know. And I think we all feel that way. We're all trying to win a national championship. It's kind of a race who can get there first. And you know, I think if you ask any coach that's got a team here, that's our goal. We want to win SEC championships. Obviously, we want to win the state championship. That's important to our administration. But the big championship, that's what we're chasing.